All right. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us as we dive back into Hyperborea as we're going to start our new season, our new campaign tonight, which is going to be called Nightfall. Now, tonight we're going to have a lot of new players with us that we haven't seen in our ongoing campaigns, and these are pulled from our community. And we also have some returning players. But first, my name is Trevor. I've been the DM here. I'm the forever DM. I think I'm over 30 years doing this. I love it. This is my favorite seat. And with that, we're going to dive in and we're going to talk to the players that we have. And so we're not going to tell characters first. We're just going to say names and where they are in the world. And then we'll introduce their characters as the story unfolds tonight. So starting over, I guess, to my side here, you know him as BG33 in our Discord channel. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, I'm BG33, also Brian, and playing tonight, coming all the way from the sunny West Coast, California.
California, awesome. And now below me, with the long hair and the beard, he's going full medieval style here.
You pulled it like half back for tonight. So.
That's right. So introduce yourself for us.
Hi, I'm Danny. I grew up with Trevor, somewhat a little bit with Chris. Chris was already gone by then, mostly.
All right.
Been playing. Just want to thank Trevor for always being the DM, because I imagine it kind of sucks sometimes. But I am currently in the rain-soaked South Atlanta, Georgia area.
There you go.
Home of your world champion Atlanta Braves. I got to say it because I don't know how much longer that's going to be.
That's it. It's enjoy it while you can. All right. So Danny's coming. He's streaming all the way from Georgia, and then next to him, my brother. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, it's Chris Bradley calling in from Austin, Texas. Giddy up. Keep it weird.
Keeping it weird from Austin, Texas. All right, and then a couple community members coming in with us. So all the way down at the bottom, in the hat, you know him as Slingshot in our Discord channel, but go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jeff. I am from the smack dab in the middle of the Midwest, near Chicago, Illinois, and the outer suburbs.
Nice. And nice. And finally, the mystery voice, you just see the purple on the screen. You know her as Sunshine in our Discord. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, my name is Leah, and I am in Mesa, Arizona.
Mesa, Arizona. Awesome. And just moved to Arizona. Just had the epic sojourn, like cross-country moving to Arizona.
Literally.
Yeah, like 3 days ago.
Harrowing.
Narrow, all right.
Dangerous trip. Man, I thought I was going to die. Seriously.
Okay. All right.
You did a great saving throw, and you're here with us now.
She had to roll that loss check to see if she got lost on the way. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and dive into Hyperborea. We will be playing we will be playing full 3rd edition tonight. For those of you who have not played Hyperborea, you're coming from us playing 5th edition D&D or something. Oh, look, he's got it. We're playing the new 3rd edition Hyperborea, which is basically like the best version of 2nd edition D&D that I've seen. We absolutely love it. The setting is very much a Conan meets Cthulhu with like a little bit of like John Carter from Mars. So you have like a weird fiction, also fantasy. So sword and sandal and planet. It's a little bit of everything. It's a whole lot of fun. And it is a very brutal game. Death is on the table, and I love rolling up new characters, so we'll see how we do as we get going tonight. But we will be playing Hyperborea, and if you haven't already gotten into 3rd edition, you absolutely should check it out. It's amazing. All right, so with that, we're going to go ahead and kick off. I have a little bit of intro we're going to go into. So here is Hyperborea. So Hyperborea is like this floating landmass, and basically ages ago, for reasons unknown, the gods seemingly just ripped this land and just hurled it into space, and it now is in orbit around Saturn. And now it's like this decaying land, and it has a 13-year journey as it goes around Saturn. And as it does that, you have different day-night cycles, and as you get towards the end of that cycle, you have a year of total darkness, which is where our campaign is going to begin tonight. It'll begin what's known as the Year of the Bat, also known as Nightfall. It is a year of no daylight. The sun, also known as Helios in this world, is gone. The bloated red dying sun is basically the land is tilted away from the sun for an entire year. And the year of darkness has begun. We'll be starting in the first month, so we have a full year of gameplay going into Nightfall, and that is where our story will begin. Now, all of the characters and everything, this is a world full of all various types of humans, all pulled from basically the antiquity of Earth. And tonight, all of our characters will be Vikings. So this will be a Viking party that we're going to start with tonight. So, during Nightfall, in the years kind of leading up to Nightfall, all of the different people of Hyperborea, what they do is they will like to try to, gather and prepare for this year where it gets very cold and crops die out and food becomes scarce, and a lot of awful things that don't come out and during the day have a whole year to frolic about and ravage the land. So it is a year of survival. Now, some people have decided to fortify, collect, store up the nuts for winter kind of thing. And other people take a different approach and say, no, we're just going to take from everyone else. And that's where the Vikings come in. They're just going to raid and pillage through Nightfall and survive that way. So that is where our story is going to begin tonight as we move into our story. So let me back this out a little bit. All right. So as the story begins tonight, we're going to be looking across the distant dark waters of the Hyperborean Sea. This is going to be taking place just outside of Vikland, which is the homeland, this island outside of the mainland of the Hyperborean continent. And Viking raiders are sitting in the ocean outside this island, and they're looking onto the island and see a rival Viking clan, and they are getting ready to raid that Viking clan. But they're waiting kind of patiently in the darkness as there's like a fog rolling over the ocean, and they can see like the distant torch lights of this village. And what they're waiting for is they're waiting for their scouts to give them landing clearance to come on aboard and do what Vikings do best. So as we go, we're going to take a look. We're going to start with our first character. As Danny, as your character has just disappeared over the walls and has lurked his way into the Viking village, and you're making your way on top of one of the main buildings there. Like there's basically like a central building where the jarl or the chieftain would be, and you have a very specific mission. Your mission is to take out someone who your clan fears. There is a shaman, a witch doctor. There's some type of sorcerer that they want taken out before they make landfall. And the person that you're looking for, you know that his name is Arnkel. Arnkel is a Viking. He's either some type of chieftain, like I said, shaman, and that's who you're looking for. And once that is done, you can give a signal that it is time for landing. And you're basically skirting across the top of the buildings, looking. And as we do that, do describe your character as we first get to meet your character tonight.
My character's name's Sigurd, if you have ever read any of the Fafnir tales, all that good stuff. You'll know him. If not, read that. It's awesome. It's called The Saga of the Volsungs. He's got white hair, so I guess like platinum blonde, I guess that would be. He's got light blue eyes. He's about 6'2". Average weight. A bit of a ruddy complexion. Ruddy as in healthy ruddy. Think of like the prince now, the English prince, not the one that looks inbred, but the one who has like a bit of the freckles and the ruddy complexion. Not the one who looks, y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay? Wow. Not the inbred one. The other one with the red hair. Okay? That's what ruddy looks like. Okay? Don't look like Bozo the Clown.
This may be the best character description ever. All right. So, Sigurd, the rather tall, and what are you wearing? What's your armor setup?
Yes, studded leather.
Studded leather. All right. And as He's got his shield, and what weapon is he wearing? Is a morning star? Is that correct?
I have a morning star and a hand axe.
Okay, so you're sneaking through. You're sneaking through. Bow strapped to your back, shield, morning star, and at this point you've climbed on top of this central building. Now, one of the reasons that your clan, the Raven clan, has decided to hit this particular village, one, they seemed vulnerable, but two, there's rumors going about that the chieftain here, this Arnkel, who you're supposed to try to take out if you can, may have done something kind of egregious to the other clans. That he may have actually left the old ways of the Norse gods and is following some other god. Some cultist may have come in and persuaded him to follow another god. This is seen as heresy, and if nothing else, it's just a good excuse to take everything they have, and that is basically what you're coming to look and see if the story is true, and also to just kind of ascertain the situation. And with that, you find yourself sneaking on top of the building, and you peer through. There's basically like these top hatches, so there's a fire on the inside for the smoke to come out, but you can peer inside, and when you look inside, you do see this chieftain. You assume it's him. He's standing there, wearing the different colored robes and things, and you see him standing over a fire pit, and as he's talking to two others that do not seem to be Viking, they seem to be foreigners. You're not sure what they are, but they're wearing different helmets, different garb, but they don't look like they belong to the Viking clan. And you can hear them, and it seems that he's basically repeating something after them, like they're getting him to recite some words.
Oh, they're like chanting.
It's not you're not sure if it's a chant or something. You can't hear over the crackling fire, but they seem to be mumbling something, and he's doing it as well. And there's only the three that you see in here, in this area.
But they look human, these things.
They all look human. Yeah, there's two standing there. One seems to be leading.
What are they wearing?
Both of them are wearing. One is wearing like a chainmail. The other is wearing more like a studded. And they both are carrying long swords. And where the chieftain is sitting there with the studded leather, hide, like a big bear cloak hide on his back. Hand axes by his side.
Okay, I'm gonna give it I'm just gonna watch for. I don't want to take on three of them.
Mm-hmm.
So
now you're not alone. There are other scouts about. So there are many ships and many scouts, but you do see him there.
Oh, okay. Well then, can I get in through the top, or am I gonna get burnt?
Oh no, you can definitely try to climb inside.
Okay. Can I drop down on him?
You can definitely try.
No. Okay, so what do I need to roll? Climb?
What exactly are you trying to drop down on him? Are you doing like a death from above?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to do.
Okay, yeah. So the most important thing, the climb I'm going to give to you, it's the move silently on the inside. So I will need a move. It's our first roll of the campaign as you try to move silently and drop on top of this individual.
That's on the character sheet, right? Or do I just need to straight up?
It's on the character sheet. Oh no, that's the thief skills are not on the character sheet. So you just need to roll. Yeah, roll your d12. Yeah. So this is for move silently. You also get a bonus for this because of your. That's a 5. So you would need to roll a 5 or under, and because of your dexterity, it's actually a 6 or under because you have high dex. So you very quietly climb in. And you get into position, and you drop down.
I'm going to two-hand it, so it does more damage.
Two-hand Morningstar from above. So this will be a sneak attack. So what you need to do now is he is using all of his thief abilities. So make an attack roll with your Morningstar, but you do need to roll it. Once you roll it, we're going to add 4 because you get a +4 for sneak attack. And if you land it, it's double damage.
Nice.
Because sneak attacking with a two-handed Morningstar is hilarious.
And I don't see my tabs anymore. Where do those go?
Oh, it's because you don't have your token. Go to your character sheet. We're going to theater of the mind this to start.
Right. So, now this might mess it up because two-handed you do a D10.
That's fine. The old natural
interesting.
one.
We're off to a roaring good start.
Oh, I fall into the fire a la BG. And,
No, this is just the attack. All right. So as you drop, at the last second, as you're dropping, one of the visitors looks up and he goes, Article, watch out! Like he alerts him. He steps aside. You come down with your Morningstar. You smash it across his throne. You break like his throne chair. Part of it was made of stone. It snaps your Morningstar and breaks it as you land. And now you're standing there with no Morningstar as all three of them start pulling out their weapons.
This is
Oh my god.
very good start.
Oh my god.
This is a great start. All right. So as that happens, pause. In the distance, you do hear the sounding of Viking horns, and there's light, and so we're going to take the camera basically off of Danny's poor Sigurd character, and in the distance, we see several as the ships are like making landfall. Several blazes ignite over the village as other scouts are doing their job better than Sigurd is by lighting the fires. And now light is illuminating as darkness is now basically shed as light. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move to the village itself. All right, so here's where we are. So as we go to the village itself, we're going to kind of zoom in here, and we have the ships landing down at the south. I've just got the tokens for our main characters here, but there are other Vikings in as well. Sigurd, you are off to the side now. The party here knows that they're going towards the same building. They know the direction that they were supposed to be going. They were just hoping that it would be a softer target by the time we get there. But the goal is to take out the chieftain, to take him out first. So with that, the party has landed, and now they are now moving through the streets. So we're going to take a pause here as the four are at the shoreline. We're going to go ahead and bring in some other Vikings here. Let me grab them. Okay. All right. So as you land, and as everyone's kind of running in, you see several other Vikings about. You have 5 enemy Vikings in front of you. We're going to do a roll real quick, and what we're going to do is we're going to roll for initiative, and then we're going to make... Actually, let's make announcements first. Then we're going to shake off the rust. So everyone announce what they're going to do, and then we'll roll initiative. So the way that I've got the party here, Ulrich, I've got you on here twice. There we go.
Oh, sorry.
I got you. All right, so I've got our party here. So let's go ahead and go. Brian, your character's up front. What's he going to do?
Now those Vikings are not.
Those are not friends. They're not friends.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, we're gonna head. We're gonna do melee.
Okay. All right. So move in melee, and then let's go ahead and go sunshine.
Move melee.
Move melee. All right. Let's go with Chris. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to climb. It looks like we're right by some mountain tops over there, so I'm going to try to get...
You're looking for some high ground, okay?
High ground.
And then, Jeff, what are you going to do in the back?
I am going to lay back and I'm going to hold my action and kind of watch what's going on before I get involved in this.
Okay, gotcha. All right. With that, what we're going to do is, Brian, go ahead and roll a d6 for initiative. I'll roll it as well. My characters are going on a 6. Okay. Want. All right. So with that, my characters are going to go first. So the barbarians see the landing, and they're going to start running forward. So I've got 1, 2, and then I've got a third. We're going to have one of them run by and try to get to, and then these are going to kind of be moving over. All right. So our first guy here is going to be attacking. Now, before we do this, I've got these Vikings that are about to charge up to Brian. Brian, introduce your character for us. What are they attacking?
My character Grimir Sigmunderson. He's about he's a 22-year-old lad. He's always seen with his helmet. You can see some facial tattoos of blue underneath the skin, but he's always has this helmet on him. It's almost like Linus's blankie. Okay, he's got this large beard and long, beautiful hair that I wish I had. Blowing in the wind. But the interesting thing about it is that this beard is stained with a chew of a mixture of mushrooms and a little bit of lotus leaf. So you see that there's bits of it's almost like it looks almost glittery and almost and he's very slender in his studded leather armor, and you see him holding a shield, and and what you can see is a long spear with him.
A long spear, okay. And then with that, let's go ahead and have Leah as well introduce your character.
My character's name is Valdis.
Okay.
And she's tall for a woman, 6 feet tall, and blonde hair, with a shield and a short spear.
Perfect. Okay. And the Viking shield maiden with the shield and the spear. Okay. And then let's have Chris go ahead and introduce your character as he's moving to climb off to the side.
I am Skeet. I am a 19-year-old Viking with a master at the longbow, and I'm young, but I guess middle-aged by Viking standards.
Okay. And then Jeff, introduce your character in the back.
I am playing Ulfric Iengard. I am an old man at 29 years of age. I've got dark red hair. I have a scar going down my left eye. And when you see my eye, all that you see is blackness with looks like the void of space, of the darkness beyond. I wear robes, carry a quarterstaff. I dabble in magic from what you've seen. I drink a lot. A little surly.
Drinking a lot and being a Viking kind of go hand in hand. Okay. And so that's a quick introduction of our cast and crew here. So now what we're going to do is move into combat as our Vikings are to get into a little bit of a skirmish here. So I've got the first guy here. He's going to run up with his hand axe, and he's going to make an attack on our friend here, Grimmer. Grimmer, you immediately bring up your shield. You block off the attack, and you basically seeing like the reflection of the fire and everything coming off the shield as you block it off. The other guy as well comes over. He's going to try to attack low with his axe. He misses. You immediately drop down and you basically like block that attack as well. So in one movement, you go block. Now the next guy running past you with his hand axe is running to attack Valdis. Valdis, you have a spear in hand, correct?
You.
Is it a long spear or short spear?
Short.
Let me ask a question real quick. I need to take a look at something. Because we have a first strike deal here with the short spear. What's the... Oh. So you get to attack first. I know, I realize you did too. So y'all are both carrying spears?
Oh, because we're carrying spears, we get to attack first?
Yeah, so
I wasn't sure if we were playing that rule or not.
No, we definitely are. So because they're running up with a smaller weapon and you have a longer weapon, you can actually poke at him before he's going to run. So we're going to go ahead and take this out. So go ahead, Valdis, go ahead and roll your attack with your spear.
Come on, sunshine.
So that's a Hyperborean combat rule. Her weapon is a 3, like basically the rating of it, and they're attacking with a 1. And when there's a difference, she gets to attack first. All right, so you go ahead and as he's running in, you actually impale him with the spear.
Nice.
He takes 4 points of damage from that. As he does like reach over. He still tries to get his attack in as he's got the spear is in him. Now he's going to make his attack back at you. You're going to block that off with your shield as well. Let's go ahead and pause. Let's go ahead and go back up, and let's let, we should have done this earlier, but let's go ahead and have Grimer go ahead and get your attack in with your spear.
Long spear. Here we go. I'm going to do that. There we go. Oh!
Okay.
Missed.
Just a miss. That's just a miss. Okay. All right, and with that, we're going to move over. These two here are running in. This guy here is going to go and lob an axe at Skeet as he's climbing up. Miss. It flies over his head. And then this guy here is basically just going to, he's going to be running over. He's still running. He's going to spend his turn running over. All right. With that, Skeet, let's go ahead and go to you. You get to make your attack. Now, I'm going to give you your climb without a problem. You scamper up to the side pretty easily. And from there, do you want to do your ranged attack? What's he going to do? I don't know. Is he going to death from above? Is he going to...
Sorry, I was looking at my chart. I was going to make a movement, and I was doing the climb.
You did, and you made it up there without a problem.
Okay. So now I am using my longbow to target the nearest Viking here on the left.
This one?
Of is that Valdis?
Yeah. This guy was basically running around the corner. If you want to try to get him in mid run.
All right, let's do it. And so with that, D20.
So click your token and then click the longbow button up top.
Just a moment.
Yep. Okay, so the math on that is you hit an AC of 7. I think you get a bonus here if you've got high ground. Let me take a look here.
+1. Yeah, he gets a +1 if he's on high ground.
Yeah, that's actually going to be enough to hit him. All right, so yeah, you actually... I'm going to look at his stats real quick. Yeah, you drop him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's toast. All right, so he's gone. Oh, they have changed the... there we go. He's there. He's just dead. Okay. All right, so you drop him with the arrow. With that, we're going to back up and go to Ulfric. You're just kind of surveying the situation. What do you want to do?
I reach underneath my scarf that I have, and I pull out a bat, my familiar.
Okay.
And I speak in Old Norse, and I say, the familiar's name is Dunkel. I say, Dunkel, find the chieftain. And I throw him up in the air.
Okay.
Let him go.
And with that, he goes and scurries up in the darkness.
Yes.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to do at this moment.
All right, so with that, let's back up, and we're kind of doing two different scenarios here, and we're going to kind of do them simultaneously. So, Sigurd, you have landed. Now, let's go ahead and make your announcement on what you'd like to do. You have a couple of issues here. You've got...
3 guys on me.
You've got 3, right.
I'm
couple
going to
issues.
cast a spell.
Going to cast a spell, okay?
Okay.
You're going to cast a spell. So there's 3 here. As you drop, you snap your Morning Star, and you immediately say, I'm going to cast a spell. So roll initiative. You need to roll high, okay?
It's a D20.
It's a D6.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay.
Hey, it's different. You got to beat a 4.
Come on, Danny.
You rolled
Did I roll?
You rolled a 2.
Is that better or not?
You want high on this?
No. No,
Mine
that's
didn't
not
roll on my
good.
screen, so I didn't see it. All right.
Yeah, it's fine. All right.
Go ahead.
All right, so you're moving to cast your spell. The man in front of you turns, and he pulls out a pouch of dust, and he's going to try to fling the dust at you.
Dust is never
Oh
good.
boy.
This is probably like the remains of like
Unless you're like, you got a line of it in front of it.
the ashes of some like Viking lord. He's gonna throw it.
Something bad's coming. Yeah, something
He's gonna
bad's
look like
coming
Jack
in.
Nicholson from Batman '89.
Sorry, like the 1980s.
That's right. You look up and see Sam Kinison, you're in trouble. Here you go, Sammy. This one's yours.
All right. Make a death saving throw.
Oh Jesus!
Death?
Nice note you felt. Oh,
It's a poison. It's a poison save. So
okay.
death saves in this game are kind of a catch-all for things you really want to pass. So just go to your character sheet, look up death save, roll.
20 and pray to get high.
Roll high, baby.
Right.
You're
That's
gonna
right.
die.
Let me get that.
Roll high.
I get that whole +0.
Oh, it's a straight roll. He made it! He made it!
Yeah.
What did I get?
You rolled a 16. You needed a 16 or better, and you rolled a 16.
Oh
right.
my god, dude.
So in the last second that dust goes over, you just instinctively just duck out of the way, and you don't inhale any of the dust. With that, this other Viking runs up. He's going to try to attack you with his weapon. He misses. And this one, he cast a spell as well.
The shaman guy.
No, one of the other guys in the back, the foreigners, he cast a spell as well.
So are we just waiting for it to go off?
No, it's going off. I just need to look up and see what you got to save.
Okay.
You're making another save. Oh, I know what it is. Make a sorcery saving throw.
Okay, is it for anything to change my personality or get me to do anything I don't want to do?
No. No, you're not getting your wisdom bonus on it. I know what that's for.
I think it's for being a purloiner or something.
It is, yes. It's a sorcery saving throw.
All right, I do
Sorcery
get
save.
+2 on that.
You do. 13 plus 2 is a 15. That's a fail. Your eyes begin to light emanates from your eyes, half blinding you, as the entire room is now illuminated from the light that's coming out of your eyes.
Did this bastard just do what I was about to do?
He casts light on your eyes.
Upstaged already.
Share the ball.
All right, so now
Share the ball.
here's the thing. It's your turn. You can still cast a spell. You didn't say which one.
I am casting Sanctuary.
Ooh. All right, so you
I don't
cast.
know if I'm supposed to be if
This works.
you're
That's
already
So
in-
basically, they will ignore you as long as you don't make a hostile action.
okay.
So
Sorry,
you,
guys, I was just climbing along the rooftops.
no, you cast this, and they immediately start looking around, and they no longer see you.
Well, they have to.
They have to make a save.
It's I think
Yeah.
a sorcery saving throw.
So they all have to make a sorcery saving throw. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a fail. So the man who threw dust at you failed. The man who attacked you with the axe failed. And the one who cast a spell on you failed. They all no longer see you as a hostile threat. You have fallen into sanctuary.
Dude, awesome.
Welcome
Like
to God.
one turn. Is that 10 minutes?
Yeah, it's 10 minutes.
Okay.
It lasts for 10 minutes.
I might just sit down and have a
So Danny Sigurd, he's playing a Viking purloiner. He's a Viking. He's the thief cleric, has cast Sanctuary. How to take a terrible situation and salvage it. It's like my new favorite spell.
So
Okay.
while that was happening, I actually get 2 attacks per round.
Okay.
So can I let another one fly?
Yes, you can.
one next
Yes, you
game?
can. Yeah, we're kind of shaking off some rust here. So go ahead and take your attack. It would have to be one of these guys over here. You miss. It's fine. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into the next round of combat. We're going to go back over to the beach scene. And what I want to do is everyone over here, now that we kind of have shaken off some rust from 3rd edition rules, let's go ahead and make some announcements before we roll initiative. So let's start with Grimmer, who is going to be our Brian, who's playing our Viking barbarian.
You're going to melee.
Okay, again with the spear. Okay. Let's go with Valdis, who is our Viking. Haven't found out yet what Valdis is. Okay, so what does Valdis want to do?
Melee.
Melee. And then our ranger friend, since we already can see him shooting his arrows, you're going to shoot your 2 arrows on the high ground.
Take the high ground.
And then our magician, our Viking magician in the back, Ulfric. What are you going to do?
A range attack with the mighty sling.
Oh, he's getting out. It's
Ooh.
sling time. All right. And with that, what we're going to do is we're going to have Skeet. Chris, go ahead and roll a d6 for initiative. Roll high. And we're going to see who's going here. Ooh, I rolled a 1. You should get this. And you rolled a 6. Perfect. All right, so with that, the Viking Raiders are going to get to go first. Normally we go by dexterity, which I think that will be Skeet. I think yours has got he's got like a 16 or 17.
My dexterity is 11.
No, yours is 11. I apologize. Danny is the one with the high dex.
I have a 15.
15? All right, let's go ahead and do that. Actually, we have to do melee first. So melee goes and then range. So melee first. Let's go up to Grimmer. Let's make your attack with your spear.
Okay. I'm also gonna fight conservatively here.
Okay.
It's gonna I guess add 1 to my AC. That's what it does.
Okay.
All right. So I have to go. And a miss.
And a miss. But you're basically trying to hold ground. Okay. With that, let's go with Valdis, who is spearing. That's gonna hit. That's gonna connect, and that's the man you basically pull the spear out and you stab him again.
The man I already hit, yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna drop dead.
Yay!
Nice.
So that's 2 dead on the beach. And now with that, we're gonna go with range. We're gonna go with Ulfric in the back with a higher dex. You get to go off with your sling.
This Viking right here is one of them.
Gotcha.
Targeting.
Okay. It's just gonna miss. Just gonna miss.
You bastard.
Actually, no. I take it back. His AC is 6. That will hit. That does hit. So you do hit him for 3.
Nice.
Okay.
So he rolled a 13. Did he have any pluses?
Not in the back, no. No.
Okay.
Well, his bonus would just be like the dice roll already has his dexterity bonus, but he doesn't have a fighting ability or anything like that. And with that, we go back to Skeet up top. So you get your 2 arrows since you're the master of the longbow. Take your 2 shots. You've got this one running in, and you've got these 2 over here.
Right. So I'm going after the one on the far right.
Okay. All right. So that hits an AC of 7, but because you've got the high ground, you get a bonus. That's just enough to hit him. So that will do 5 damage to him, and that will kill him. So you do impale him with the arrow, and you drop him.
And then I aim over to the guy in the fire.
Yeah, there's running around the corner and grab him. That will miss. All right. So that misses. With that, the Vikings will now come in and attack. This one here is going to attack Grimmer in the front. Miss. This guy is going to run over and step over the body of this guy here who's dead. We'll kind of move him out of the way, and he's going to try to attack Grimmer as well. Because you've already attacked this round, the spear no longer, you don't get the first strike deal. That's a natural 20.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh. All right, so with that, we have to go to the crit chart.
Roll low.
All right. So let's see what we got here. So let's roll a d6 and see how much more damage he dealt with the crit. He's already got 3. It's triple damage.
Oh, sweet baby
Oh.
Jesus.
So take 9.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Are you dead, son? Are you dead?
Almost.
Okay.
All right. All right, so he runs over as you were basically trying to fight somewhat conservatively. He runs over and just buries the axe right directly into the shoulder. It digs deep into your shoulder. You drop the spear as you have an axe sticking out of your shoulder. And as he pulls it out, you watch your blood pull out of it as your left arm just kind of runs lame at this point. It actually be your left arm. So that would be your shield, not your spear. So you drop your shield.
Okay. Even better.
Even better, right. All right, and with that, let's go back to the scene over here. So, Sigurd, what's your announcement?
I'm going to talk.
Okay, so we're dropping initiative. We're gonna pull away from that scene for a second. Let's do this. Let's finish the beach scene since yours no longer a combat scenario. They're just looking at you at this point. Okay, so we're gonna finish the beach scene. Let's go ahead and make some more announcements. Let's go to Jeff. Let's go ahead and have let's do announcements. Then Jeff, you'll roll for the initiative for the group. So Brian, our barbarian, who has an axe sticking or was out of blood going everywhere, drops your shield. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna do melee.
I mean, just keep poking with the spear.
No. The spear gets dropped, and you see, I'm gonna pull out the old hand axes and really get down.
So I'm gonna say it's gonna be one hand axe, not two.
Okay.
You took such a big hit with that arm.
Right. Yeah, that's fine.
You're just gonna try to you're gonna ask them a question. All right, and with that, Valdis, what are you gonna do?
I am going to move and cast a spell.
You're gonna move and cast a spell. All right, and then Skeet.
Backwards.
Okay.
Continue to shoot my my advantage.
Gotcha. And then Ulfric in the back.
I am going to move and range attack.
Move and range attack. Gotcha. All right, with that, Jeff, go ahead and let's have Ulfric roll the initiative for the group. Roll high. A 2. I rolled a 5.
Not high enough.
Not high enough. Not high enough. All right. So with that,
my good friend.
All right. So this guy right here is gonna take another hack at. Now your AC's lower now with no shield.
It's a 5.
Oh, good. Okay. I hit an AC of 7, so I miss. You quickly parry the attack with your axe. This guy here is going to make his attack as well. That's gonna connect for 1 damage. It's just a little cut.
Oh god, this game is so messed up, dude. It's so fucked up. I'm just, you can edit that out of post. I'm living on that 1d6 roll. Like I'm serious. Like oh god.
All right. With that, Grimmer, it is your turn with the melee.
Give him one of the hand axe attacks.
Okay.
Here we go. Oh baby.
That's a miss. You're fighting for survival right now.
Yeah.
With that, we have to go to ranged. Casting goes last in the order, so let's go ahead and have Ulfric. You're going to step up and shoot. You're basically like on a dock.
What's the what are these 5 or 10 foot squares?
They're 5 foot squares.
So I want to move over to here. And let the sling fly on this guy.
Okay, go for it. Miss.
Nope.
Okay. Skeet, let's make your 2 attacks at the master of the longbows. The ranger is going to pelt it down.
All right.
First attack misses. Second attack hits because of your high ground, and that's a 6 damage, so you drop that guy.
Nice.
All right.
All right, Valdis, what are you casting?
Light wounds.
Oh,
on our friend.
Our
Grimmer.
Viking cleric. You basically you have your shield hand reaches over. You hold your spear. You reach over with your hand. You call down the light of. And what is the deity that you're praying to for this?
Ymir.
Ymir. The Norse god, the frost giant god, or the big frost god.
I too pray to him.
As you reach over and heal, there's like this cold aura comes out of your hand, as basically it almost like freezes over the wound. And with that, roll your healing.
What if I roll for that?
I believe it's D8, correct?
I think it's 2d20.
It's 2D20.
One of them
D100.
You heal for 4. But you are no longer. The big thing is you're no longer bleeding, and you can use your arm again. You're still beat up. You've got 7 hit points left at this point, but you're you're not quite dead yet. As once again, Valdis is there to bail you out.
Valdis
Right.
saving my butt.
Hang on a second, I gotta roll.
Be more careful.
That's right. You saved my ass. Thank
All right.
God. Thank you.
All right, and with that, we're just going to go. I already kind of know what everyone's going to do at this point. We're just dogpiling here, but let's go ahead and roll. Valdis, Sunshine, Leah, all your names. Roll the D6 for us.
Okay.
I'm rolling on a 5. Y'all are going on a 1. I'm going to see if I can kill Grimmer. He's going to make his attack. Take 2! Take 2!
Two.
He's down to 5. And with that, let's have Grimmer make your attack.
All right. Now, so here's the question. So, because I'm the hand axe mastery or
You
whatever,
2 attacks.
so it won't count as having the 2.
No, just do 2 attacks with the same hand.
No problem. Here we go. Oh, baby.
Miss.
Damn Raider. It's my Raider dice. I picked that out. How'd you like that? Of course it
Nice.
is. There we go.
Oh, look at you. All right, so that's a 16. You hit an AC of 1 for 7 points of damage. You take the axe, it splits through his helmet, and you just basically bury the axe in his head as you do manage to kill him.
So he has a +2 on that?
Yes. Yeah. He gets mastery, which gives him a +1, and he also gets a bonus for his strength. And then, he's
Nice.
very, very strong, so he gets double bonuses there for the axe.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm just following along.
Gotcha. All right. So with that, you have defeated the Vikings on the rating. As now you move in to continue to loot the area, and now let's move over to Sigurd. So we're gonna move back over to you're having conversation now.
Okay, Arnkel, peace, brothers, peace. Arnkel, there are barbarians on the beach. They're rogues, ruffians, ne'er-do-wells on the beach. Quick, brothers, go! And I'm gonna try to get him to send his 2 men out.
Okay. Well, one of them looks over and he goes, "Quick, Ankel, come with us. Apollo will protect you."
Yes, the divine light. I was tracking one of these barbarians on top of the building, and I must have fallen through. Yes, Apollo, the god of light. Yes.
Okay. With that, they go to and grab him, no longer seeing you as a threat for whatever reason is beyond them. They go to take the chieftain, and as they leave, you see both of as they leave, that you notice that both of them seem you can't quite place.
Lobotomized?
No, you can't quite. The two people that are traveling with them, their dialect is different. They're not Viking. They're definitely foreigners to this land, this area. You can't place it, but it's just very odd. The whole thing is very odd that they seem to have changed his religious belief or whatever, and that bothers you. And as they do, as they pull him out, the doors open. You see the flame of everything happening. Off to your side, you look, and next to it, you look down, and you see that he left his scepter next to the throne that you shattered. But you do eye a golden scepter, and what looks to be a bag of tribute or something that they had sitting next to him.
Where did they head when they went out? Were they going towards the fight or fleeing?
They were going towards the flight, or that's the way out. Basically, they're heading this way.
Yes, brothers. Yes, towards the beach. And I'm going to wait till they're gone, so I can't do anything offensive.
Right.
And I'm going to purloin. Kitty's off the ball.
All right, so you take the gold scepter, you take the bag of whatever's in it. You don't really quite sure. As you pick it up, you hear something like clinging together, and as soon as you pick that up, you feel a strange warm glow about you, and as you look about, you see the entire area around you seems to dissipate around, and the next thing you look around and you see a table about, and a long table. You see a roaring fire, and you look about and you see your other companions are there as well, the other raiding party. In fact, everyone in the party, as you're running through the beach itself begins to dissipate. All the buildings begin to disappear. As you're looking about, and you see the same image that I'm explaining to Sigurd. You see yourself at a table, and in the distance, you see the Allfather. You see this legendary like Viking looking down, missing one eye, as light is emanating out of his eye, and the next thing you know is darkness. And now we will change the scene.
God, are we dead?
So each of you awake. As you awake, you look about, and you're now standing in what looks to be a strange land. Each of you look down, and you push yourself up off the ground, and the ground is a loose, almost like a volcanic ash. As you look up, you see Phobos, the red moon, hanging above, which means it's the same day because Phobos was hanging high. But now you are all disoriented as you're looking about, and you see a strange land about you, almost like you see mountains in the distance, forests, maybe some trees here or there. You see stonework off in the distance as well to the north. You see stonework, but you're all very discombobulated as you look about, and you're not exactly standing in the distance apart from each other. You're all sitting like in a circle as you all sit up, and you've had some type of journey.
Looking up if...
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. Looking up if does it seem to be in the right spot where I would think it would be? Like, is it in the rising in the west or the east, whatever we consider that?
Give me a D6 roll for intelligence. We're going to do a test of intelligence here to see if you can read this.
Just an intelligence roll or just a D6?
It's a D6, but how high is your intelligence?
17.
You pass. You look up and you notice that you notice some of the constellations and stars, but you're not. They seem off. Like you're still here in this world, but you've traveled a great distance. Everything seems to be skewed like to the left. I guess to the
There's
west.
like a fourth, almost like a different dimension, or just kind of
hemisphere.
I try to contact my familiar. Just thinking about it. Is it still here?
You do. You contact it, and it's you see it's basically like on the ground, confused, disoriented. He's trying to fly, but he's disoriented on the ground.
I'll pick it up and put it back underneath underneath my scarf. Something's wrong here. We're here, but we're not here.
With that, let's go over to I'm going to go around the table here and see what everybody wants to do. Let's go up to Sigurd.
I'm going to see if I still have the staff and the jewel or whatever, the bag.
You do. You have the bag, and you also have the scepter in your hand.
I'm going to say, like, as soon as I pick this up, this happened. I don't know if that has anything to do with each other. I have a 7 intelligence. I don't know.
Charming. But
big staff, shiny, pretty. Yeah, but I'll say, like, I picked these up, and it seems like that's when it started, but I don't know. I don't know. Anyone smarter than me want to look at the staff? I'm going to look in this bag.
You look in the bag, and as you look in the bag, you see a handful of gems, and you also see what looks to be like a strange construct made of bone. You're not quite sure, and as you pull it out, it looks like there's some type of liquid inside of it, but it's some type of like bone flask.
I'll swivel it around and see like what color.
As you open it up, it's hard to tell because of the night sky. Everything it has a red hue, but you can't tell if it's because of Phobos or if you're just looking at it. It doesn't. It moves more like sloshy, like it's not sloshy. What's the best way? It doesn't move like water. It's thicker.
Okay.
Mercury.
Possibly.
Right. Anyone want to look at the scepter? 'Cause I'll just look at the scepter, see what I see. Are there any of the same sun symbols that they were wearing on the scepter?
No. It just looks like it's interesting. It's just it's a gold scepter. It doesn't seem like it belonged to the Vikings or whoever the strangers were as well. There's another emblem on it. There is something on it, but you're not sure what it is. You don't recognize it.
Okay. I'll just say, have at it if you want to look at it. I have no idea. But this was next to him on his throne.
It could have been stolen or raided or pillaged. You just don't know what it is. It doesn't look like it belonged.
Oh, okay. Anyone know what the symbol is?
You hold it up, and Valdis, you do. You look over it. You've seen this before. It's a strange frog god named Sathagwa.
Agua?
Sathagwa.
That is the symbol of Sathagwa. What do I know about them?
You don't know much about it. It's some strange heretics god.
I just had a quick question, Trevor. As far as like the sense magic ability, would that disclose what kind of armor or something, or just tells me a direction? Or
It's kind of a direction. You don't sense
like the sense evil kind of thing.
Yeah, it's more of a sixth sense thing. You don't sense magic emanating from anything that he's holding.
Or the scepter? Okay.
No. You don't have any ill will towards it.
Okay. It looks like we can sell it.
Okay.
I'm more worried about where we're at selling things.
I have my hat. I have my axes and friends. What more do we need?
I have no vision and no morning star.
That has worn off. Your vision is back. Yeah. But you don't have a morning star.
I have no morning star. Maybe I can whittle me a new one here on the shores of eternity, wherever we are. Are we on like a beach? Does it look like the same kind of like beach?
No. You don't hear water anywhere. You don't see any buildings, and the ground is different. The general topography of the whole area looks very odd. The rocks are different. Everything that you see in the general area is different. The only thing that you see close to you, like you said, you see some stone formations near some woods ahead of you.
Do they look man-made or like natural?
It looks like it was not. It's not a natural formation.
What do you guys think?
And also, vision is very hard. Like, you're still in darkness. You're only getting the red hue of Phobos, which is not very much.
Okay, I will cast light.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Does light follow me around? It doesn't say.
So you cast it on an item.
Right.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Or a person.
Stole my thunder there, Trevor. But yeah, I'll cast it on like my bow.
Okay.
That way it's...
All right. So you pull out your bow. You cast light on it. As you do, the area around you illuminates. In the distance, you do see some strange stacked stone. It's circular. You can't really tell what's going on, but you do see some stacked stone in the distance. Innately, you go to the wise one, Ulfric, in your party, and you kind of point over in that direction. With that, let's pause. Valdis, other than looking at the symbol of Sathagwa, was there anything else that you'd wish to do? Leah? There you go.
No.
Okay. Yes.
Quick question. Is my shield with me? One that I dropped.
No, it's not.
What is the status of my wound?
You're still hurt. You're not bleeding.
Does it still have the remnants of the healing touch of the frost god?
Yes. All right. And what about Skeet, our ranger friend? What would you like to do?
I'm just kind of looking around and I'm saying, am I the only one that's confused of where we are and what's happening? did you do this with your magic? Did you touch something on that vile frog god? Did you cast a spell on us?
Me?
Yes.
I don't know how to cast spells like that. I don't think. It just, as soon as I picked it up. And I even convinced the chieftain and his jabronis to come out after you guys. And
Jabronis is a Viking phrase.
yeah. That's Old Norse for douchebag.
That's South Norse. It's the Southern Norse.
I don't know. It was just all so. I don't know if it was him, the shaman. I did not get the shaman. I was not able to assassinate him.
The last thing I remember, I was shooting down Vikings with glory, and next thing I know, I'm waking in a circle. It's very odd.
Ask the barbarian about his shroom beard. Maybe some of it got into our meal. So.
All right, with that.
Only one time. One time.
Oh, we did.
All right. With that, we do hear in the distance. You hear a shriek in the distance. It seems to come from the sky, and it also seems to come from the east. You hear a shriek in the sky.
Can I look about for tracks?
Yes, you do. You look around and you do see some tracks. Seem to be heading towards the stone outcropping that your friend saw, and they do look very fresh.
Okay. I learned. No. Go ahead, Gold. Go ahead.
No, you.
No. I just alert the party. Just say, I found some tracks here. It seems to be leading up towards the stone outcroppings. I have no idea how we've got here either. I was, struck in the chest with an axe, and next thing I know, we're sitting here. It sounds like sorcery to me, but I can usually smell these things, and I don't smell that. But I am confused, and I think
you could smell the sorcery. I see. Well, that's good. But it's time to not be foolish. It's time for us to head north and find shelter before whatever it is that's coming that way eats us.
Yes, I am of the same.
To the north.
So as you're heading to the north, you do. I'm assuming Sigurd is in the front with his lighted bow. As you get closer, there is a fog that seems to retreat away from you. Strangely. Odd as you're walking about. The ground is definitely like a black ash, almost like volcanic, possibly. As you're walking about, you do see trees. You see some pines. It looks like sparsely grown on the other side of these rocks as you come up. As you get closer, you see that these rocks it's kind of like you see like a hall of them, and then they're going around in a circle, kind of like Stonehenge-ish, basically, but it's not a complete circle. It's a circle, then you see like a hall going in as well. In the distance, in the darkness, as you get closer, you see another construct, much taller. Now that you're getting and further in the northeast, you see what looks to be maybe a tower or something in the not so far distance. You just can't see it. You're very limited on what you can see. But right now, you're at this rock outcropping. All right. So this is it's darker than in the image, but this is what you see in the fog. You see the trees in the distance, but you do see this rock outcropping. You see what looks to be some type of possibly a stone table and seats. You also see several stone pillars about.
Should we make for here or the tower?
This is where you are currently.
Right. I'm asking the party.
I say that since we're here, we shall investigate, and if we too, we can hide here or defend ourselves at least.
As you got closer, you did lose the tracks. They seem to just completely disappear.
The volcanic ash, I'm going to reach down with one of my empty pouches and just take a handful and pour it into the pouch and keep it for later.
Okay. As you're doing that, there is Skeet, you sense something. It's not a smell. It's just that your hair stands on the back of your neck as you look about, and you sense the presence of something otherworldly. Something that your uncle helped you learn how to fight when you were, or hunt, when you were only 6 years old the last time Nightfall came about, but your training then, something about this area reminds you of that.
Take cover.
So with that, everyone...
Something otherworldly is in this place. We don't want to be its food. Find cover.
All right. I'm gonna hide behind one of these stuff, or we're going in, and there's.
You're basically in. You're in here, yeah.
I'm gonna run in between, right over that little where there's a top there in the center.
Gotcha. The storm shelter area, like, oh, there's a roof. Let's get under that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's where you see Skeet run to. Just everyone's basically taking cover in this.
There's also under the. I also say there's under the table.
Right. So everyone is basically trying to find cover, whether it be under a shield or just anything. You're just taking cover. You do hear something pushing against the wind above you as everyone gets down and look. It is Skeet. You look up, and in the clouds, you see something strange. Large bat-like wings, a long tail. You see this black face with long ebon dark horns as it flies above. It's massive in size as it basically flies over, and there's a moment where it basically eclipses the moon, the Phobos, as it flies over. You see its full form as it's flying over. This is what you see.
Demon?
Demon. It's a demon.
Slingshot said it. You hit it right on the money. Oh god.
I
got a silver dagger.
Wow.
I got a silver dagger, if that helps.
As this thing flies over, it just basically, it looks like it scans. You notice it possibly it's hunting as it goes about, and in the distance you see him disappear into the woods, going off to the west.
And the tower is northeast.
The tower is northeast, so this is basically he's flying away from the tower.
Gotcha. Woods to the west.
So we either have two choices: investigate here or keep moving north.
I think we should investigate the rest here. What do you think, since we're already, like he said, we're already here?
Can we see okay, or is the moon giving enough light to see by?
The moon is giving off some light. Now, while you were hiding, I just went ahead and assumed you were basically covering over the bow for the light. As it moves off, you let some of the light off so you can just kind of see a little bit about you. You don't want to have too much light because your eyes have become very accustomed to the light. It's natural at this time of year. Everyone just kind of, your eyes will adapt. But you basically have just a little bit of the light of the bow as you're kind of covering about and looking in the area. Now, as this happens, Valdis, you're walking about and you see several runes carved into the different stones, particularly the table here, and also all of these pillars. Each pillar on each side seems to have a different rune. They're all different. What you do see is some of them you recognize and some of them that you don't. On this one right here, you do see the symbol of Emir. You also see the raven, a part of your pantheon as well. And on the other side, you see one you don't recognize. It's very familiar to you, but you just don't quite recognize it. Let me pull it up for you. Can everyone see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You don't quite recognize what that is. But it's with Emir and it's with the Raven. Those are both gods that your people, your clan worship. And this one, it seems a part of that, but you don't recognize it.
Is that something Decipher Script would work on?
Possibly, yeah.
Do you have that, Sunshine?
Um.
No, that's a thief ability.
That's I'm gonna go over and attempt to decipher script. I gotta.
Let's go.
Oh, here we go. Okay, let me look at my.
All right, so here's the thing. Even though that's kind of what it is, I'm not gonna make you roll on it. But you walk over, and there's something about it that you definitely recognize. Something that basically calls to you.
Calls to me or everybody?
I'm talking to you.
Oh.
You're talking to me?
You talking to me?
I'm gonna run my hand down it.
As you run your hand down it, you do feel certain power course through your veins, and you feel like it's holy.
Oh.
Friends. See what this rune. Run your hand upon the rune.
Anyone else?
Does it look to be Old Norse?
It is Old Norse, yes.
I can read it. Can I read it?
You can't read it. It's basically it's a rune that you don't recognize, but it is. You can tell just the design of it that it is Norse.
It is ancient from our forefathers. I don't recognize it though.
From the old world.
From the old world, yes.
Good. Well, at least here, our gods are still with us.
I'll step up and touch it.
You touch it. It is a familiar symbol to it, but it doesn't seem to have an impact on you the way that it did your friend.
I want to touch the emirs and the raven ones too.
Now you touch those, and those are more familiar to you and stronger to you. As you look over at particularly Emir, and you look over other of these, you see other symbols on the distance. You see that frog god is on one that you know. You also see what looks to be some other gods that you recognize: a sun, a bow of some sort. But particularly under the sun, you see what looks to be chipped away or broken metal or ash under it. You go look over, and as you look down, it looks like someone left something here, and it crumbled.
So that isn't actually part of the stone.
No, this is basically sitting in front of what looks to be the symbol of Apollo. You see under it like someone left something here, or you see the remnants of it. What do you want to do with it?
Well, it was someone's offering. We should leave it.
I wonder if one of you might give the staff of Sethagwa to the Sethagwa. Actually, let me take the staff of Sethagwa and put it in front of... I'm going to try the Raven and see what happens.
Okay. Are you setting it, or what are you doing? Are you like touching it? Like what exactly are you doing with the staff?
Oh, God. See that?
The Raven or the one that's actually talking to me? You know what? I'm gonna set it down in front of the one that's talking to me. How about that?
Okay. When you do that, you set it down. The staff, it almost like it falls into the ground itself, and the staff actually becomes part of the ground as you see it just basically illuminate for half a second, and then it turns to ash under. With that, you feel power, and you have this known wisdom that that you need to head towards the tower. That you look and you see the tower. You see like a vision of the tower itself. As you hear this voice, very very gently in your ear, call to you.
from the towers?
No, it's like emanating from in this area. His very simple voice, and it just says, "Follow me."
Bellis, I know some weird stuff's happened tonight, and I wouldn't blame you if you don't want. I'm
Now
here.
you hear that, but no one else does.
Right, but there's a voice saying, "Follow me." So,
But we saw what happened to the scepter when he did that.
Right.
Yeah.
You did see that, yeah.
should we try anything else? Tribute to anything else? I've got gems. I've got a bloody file.
Tributes will
Pretty
not
sure
do.
obvious.
Yeah.
Let's pause for a second. As you're playing with that, what is Skeet doing?
I'm looking at the Apollo pieces and seeing if the remnants are similar to the remnants of what just happened to the scepter.
It does look very similar to that.
So
As you hang on,
anything that's offered to this area is like immediately is destroyed,
yes.
and then you might do I have anything else? Do we have anything else of value? Do we have anything else of value to offer in tribute?
Yes. I have the bag of gems and that file of liquid bone stuff.
Let's do the liquid bone. I'm not drinking it.
Oh, I'm not drinking it. You might want to give it to one of these things as tribute.
Let me
Let's
see
try
that.
it.
Let me see
Any-
this liquid. Let me see
hand
this
it.
liquid bone.
I
Okay.
hand it over.
Let me see this liquid bone. Does it?
So, using your class ability for a magician, you can actually decipher a potion. You take a small sip of it. Massive adrenaline runs through your body as you just feel completely empowered, and you recognize this to be something that whoever were to drink this would have immense power, physical strength.
Well, if that's the case, I think you should down it.
I didn't. He just said it to me. He didn't say it out loud.
Right?
You just see my eyes.
Yeah,
Just see my eyes like.
it is a potion of giant power.
Oh yeah. Well, this will give you the strength of the Titans.
I'd give it to
Now hand it.
Who are we giving it to? The barbarian? Who?
Go to the
I just-
barbarian.
I just hold it out. It's quite a rush.
Oh yeah. So you see Grimir. He's kind of like basically been kind of propped up against one of the stones. He keeps trying to push one of the big heavy stones over. Thinking that this is going to be some intelligent way of getting through this puzzle. But he kind of turns around and sees Ulfric holding out the potion and walks over and grabs it and takes a swig.
Are you gonna drink the whole thing or just a little bit?
Oh, just gonna take a little swig.
You take a little bit. You take a little swig, and you do feel the power of the gods, the giant, the titans, just course through your body as you become immensely powerful for some time. Like you Hulk out basically. You grow in stature. Every vein in your arms and chest just grows as you just feel immensely powerful.
He has mighty thews.
His mighty thews.
Yeah, I'm still feeling the backlash. Like, hey, how much do you bench, eh?
I'm gonna toss some gems over to Chris because he was asking, do we have
Skeet.
anything else of value?
Okay, so you hand as you reach in. There's 5 pieces of obsidian. There's a dull green stone you know to be its malachite. There's a small quartz, a star rose quartz. It's reddish hue, and a fairly large piece of amber.
Do any of these shapes, as he pulls them out, match any of the shapes of these symbols?
No, these are just stones, just gems.
I want to just
Go ahead.
Should we toss those in and see if we have someone else speak to us?
Well, I'm gonna ask Ulfric first if any of these gems have any sort of magical properties, or if they're just regular stone. If there's anything special about them.
I'll take the bag or the pouch and I'll begin to look at them, and I'll place my hand in and I'll start speaking in Latin.
Nice.
Over the gems themselves, they don't feel magical, or they're not.
Oh, I'm not casting detect magic. I'm acting like I am.
With my 7 intelligence, I'm enraptured.
I'm like speaking in Latin, like I like swimming with bow-legged women, just kind of, and I'm like, they are not worth the tribute, and I kind of tie it off and put it into a pocket that's on my robe.
Might one make a good eyeball?
I raise my patch. I mean, you mean like this?
Yeah, the black.
I look away.
As he stares into the cosmos.
Do you mind if I keep these? These will help me in my replenishing my spells.
Sure. I do think we should head towards the tower if we're done.
As you guys are having this conversation, and Skeet, you're still standing over. You look over and you notice those footprints you were following earlier. You find again next to on the other side of this stone to Apollo. You see the boots are there, and it took a step and it disappeared. The footprints.
I pull out my spear.
Okay.
And I shoot in that direction.
You start looking in that direction, and you quickly ascertain that there's no way this person could have moved without you seeing tracks. This was his last step.
Oh, it's not a ghost?
No, it's steps. You just you're seeing footprints, and you see a footprint.
He's standing right there. So
No. You're not hearing what I'm saying. You see a footprint, and then no more footprints, and because you're looking at ash all around you, that's his last step. There's no other steps. There's no other footprints about. He's just gone.
Now, is he near one of these stones?
Yes.
Where the last step was? Oh, God, he sacrificed himself.
Whatever happened, that person is no longer there, and you're looking at a footprint that's not connected to anything else.
Well, that's just messed up.
What's it in front of? Which symbols?
In between Apollo and another one. It's a horse head. I don't think anyone here knows anything about that. So with that, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna stand in his footsteps.
You stand in his footprints and you look about. You quickly ascertain that it's entirely possible whatever flew by made a pass earlier and got whatever was standing here.
Oh, God.
So there's no, with his ability to track and our ability to track, there's no, you don't believe that there's a trap door or some kind
No. There's no secret doors. There's no... This person was standing here, and then he is no longer standing here. He was taken.
We should make haste. We should make haste from this feeding trough.
And so Skeet is swift of foot. He starts making his way towards the tower. I'm assuming the rest of you follow at this point.
Yes.
As you make your way towards the tower, hasten to make this move. How long does light last? I think it's probably diminished at this point.
I think it's an hour.
Burns 1 hour.
Oh, it's an hour. All right. So with that, you have a little bit of light, that you're still emanating with that. As you're going, you see two giant, like plateaus of rock, of obsidian, that are flat topped, and one on the left you see a stone arc, almost like you see two large stones, almost like a Stonehenge, just one, and it's like a path. And as you look through, you can see like constellations and stars in the distance, like through the stones. And you see that to your left as you're on this path heading up to the tower. As you get closer to the tower, Skeet, you look about and your sense is going off again. And as you look up in the distance, you see small things moving in. There's four of these things flying in. Looks like bats, but as they get closer, they have long tails. They seem to be honing in, and you quickly look and see that the light has given away your position.
As cover, prepare to shoot upwards.
And with that, let me roll a quick d6 for something here.
Oh God.
We're dead.
Not dead.
We're gonna
Bad
die.
Bad omens.
Bad omen. So if you got Valdez, Skeet, Grimmer, Ulfric, who am I missing here? Grimmer, Skeet, Valdez, Sigurd, who's kind of up front. Okay. We'll have Skeet off to the side. I'm assuming that Ulfric's always going to be kind of in the middle. So we're at the tower. The five of you are here. You see these big obsidian walls here. They have like the flat tops. North of there, you see the stone arc, and then you have the broken, dilapidated tower in front of you as you get closer to it. Sigurd, you're in front with the light of the bow that seems to have given away your position as four of these little smaller versions of what you saw fly over are coming in. They're basically like they're smaller versions of that, but they're like bats. They have long tails, and they have these strange black faces. It's almost like there is nothing on their face. It's just like black skin as they are flying over. And there's four of them as they're flying in. So let's go ahead and make some announcements before we start combat. And these are all above. So let's go ahead and make announcements, and then we'll roll initiative. We'll start with our barbarian friend, Grimmer. What are you going to do?
We are going to move in melee.
Move and melee. Okay. That's Grimmer. Let's go to Sigurd. What are you going to do?
Ranged.
Ranged. Let's go to Skeet. Ranged as well.
Move and ranged.
Moved and ranged. Let's go to Ulfric.
Move and try to hide.
Move and hide, okay. And then Valdez.
Move and hide.
Move and hide. Like that ability. All right. So
how far is each one of these squares?
they're 5-foot squares.
Okay.
Okay. With that, we'll go ahead and we'll start over. We'll have Grimmer roll initiative. So whoever goes high, let's go high. I got a 3, and you have a 4. All right, the Raiders are going first. The Viking Raiders. All right. With that, we're gonna go with now. Here's the problem: is that they're in the sky, so moving melee is not gonna be able to do much. But you can still move.
Okay. So then I misspoke then. Okay.
No, they're in the sky. Do you want to range instead?
Yeah, I was good. Yeah, yep.
Okay, all right, that's fine. You can still move in range.
All right, so we are going to move, and we are going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. We're gonna get up here towards this rock encroachment, kind of put our back towards it, and we're gonna try to slang how far up are they?
They're about 50 feet in the air. You can still throw it. It's just really long range.
Hey man, it's just like lawn darts, baby. Tell Uncle to move. We're gonna throw one.
All right, hang on. Yeah, it's long range, I think.
Okay, it's gonna be. I think it's a -2 for me.
Yeah.
It's a -2 for me. All right, so we're gonna throw a hand axe at one.
Okay, go for it.
All right, let's do it. Come on.
Oh, you just throw that thing. It's lost in the darkness. You don't know where it went. It's gone. It is a horrible throw. Yeah. All right. With that,
I'm kind of looking at his hand like it just like.
Let's go to Sigurd with the lit bow.
And they're 50 feet, so that's short, right?
It depends on what bow you are. You short bow or long bow?
Short bow is
Oh yeah, short. Yeah, 50 feet is still short. Yeah.
So this is with a +2, or is that already baked?
It's
in?
already baked in. So you just click your token and click the button. You miss with your arrow. Skeet. Let's have you shoot. You get your double action as you're the master of the longbow as these guys are coming down. Also, any damage you deal with these, since they're otherworldly, you do it a +1 damage because rangers hunt these things.
How do I move on this? Do I just grab my guy and
You
move?
just grab your token and move.
All right, I'm gonna go.
What are you gonna do?
I'm moving.
Okay. All right,
All
so
right, what's that?
and then you can take a shot up in the sky.
Yeah.
Okay, take your shot.
All right. Here we go. Give me just a minute. Sorry.
Okay. Click token. Click longbow up top.
Hey.
You hit an AC of 6. I think you miss. So the first arrow is wide.
All right. Okay.
Second arrow is wide. It's dark, and these things are moving around
All right.
extremely fast. All right.
It's dark in the black.
Right, yeah, it's really hard to see. These things are flying around. All right, so I think everyone missed. At this point, Ulfric, you're going to run and hide.
Yeah.
I'm not hiding. I'm strategically retreating. I am going to move over this big guy.
Basically retreating.
Okay.
Taking cover.
I'm camouflaging.
And with that, this guy's going to fly here. This one's going to fly here. This one's going to fly here. And then this one's also going to fly here. All right. So this guy here is going to come down. He's going to attack Grimmer with his tail.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Wait a second.
That missed. I hope a 3.
Hang on. The button didn't work. It's okay. I'll just roll it. I'm going to roll it. The button didn't work.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
No! Fuck me! No!
Nice knowing you, Brian.
All right. It's double damage.
Oh god, death save.
We'll get you
God.
resurrected. No problem.
Snake eyes. You take 2 points of damage.
Oh man, that was really uneventful. But okay.
That's killing me right now.
Make a death saving throw. You were at 7, so now you're at 5.
Wait, I thought you just did 8 points of damage.
He wasn't at full health. He's still hurt from the last fight.
Yep, here we go. God, please get high.
Yes.
Oh no.
As soon as it pulls out, you see this green ichor come out as your entire body freezes and you fall to the ground comatose.
That's not good.
So I take it a 12 doesn't pass, yeah?
Yep. Hang on. Okay. It only lasts 10 minutes.
Oh! Oh!
It's a lifetime.
Yeah.
All right, with that, the next one's going to go down and attack Skeet. Miss. And then the next one's attacking Skeet. Miss.
I'm dodging. I
Duck,
hate these things.
dodge, dive.
I've hated them since I was a child.
All right, and now this one's going to attack as well. Yeah, let's go ahead and get
Okay, so
miss. It misses you, so you dodge all of them. All right. With that, they are basically flying around. They're basically like encircling, trying to poke everybody with their tails. Grimmer is down, and with that, let's go ahead and make some more calls on what we're gonna do. Announcements.
are they kind of like melee range now? Or
Now they're melee range. Yeah, they're basically flying around.
Okay.
He's kind of like hovering in front of you, flying around, trying to stick you with his tail.
I'm gonna bow again.
Okay.
It attack rate's 3/2. That means I'll get 2.
You get 2
round.
shots this round, yeah. All right, Skeet, you can still try to shoot him with your bow at point blank.
I'm gonna try to shoot the ones that are around my fallen friend.
Okay. All right, that's fine. And then,
5, 10,
and then,
15, 20,
right,
25,
and then,
that's normal, right?
yeah, that's normal. Ulfric, what are you gonna do?
I am going to. Oh, first question: is his potion of giant strength still active? And how long? Oh, he didn't drink the whole thing. Never mind.
It doesn't matter. He's really strong and comatose.
Yeah. Yeah, that's okay.
Strong snore.
I am going to cast a spell.
Okay, that's you're gonna cast a spell, and then Valdis, what are you gonna do?
Nothing. I'm gonna stay hiding.
You're just gonna hide? I love it. All right, she's waiting. They are in melee range at this point. They're flying around in melee range. Okay. All right. So with that, we're gonna go to roll. So let's go with Danny Sigurd. You can roll your d6. High roll goes. I got a 1.
Come on.
I'm rolling bad on initiatives now. 3. All right. So with that, we're gonna go to Sigurd. You get to make your attacks.
Okay. Do I get penalties if I try to hit the one in front of me?
No, because he's kind of flying around too. You're just basically trying to see him. Go for it.
Bring up my token. Short bow.
Miss. Hard miss.
And I don't think I've gotten a single. Uh-oh. Why is it not doing it?
Next attack. Oh, we got a lag issue here.
Is that what's going on?
I don't know. Did you hit it again? There it goes. That's gonna hit. You barely hit him. You do cut him. He's still flying around though. And with that we go to.
18 barely hit him.
No, you hit him. You just didn't hit him very hard.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, good God. Okay.
All right. With that, Skeet, you get to go. Miss. And miss. I think you're also getting low on arrows. I haven't been counting, but I think you only had like 12.
Correct.
You would have gotten some of your arrows. No, you're getting low on arrows. And with that, we go to the casting on Ulfric.
This fine young gentleman right here is going to get a magic missile to the face.
Ooh, magic missile.
Nice.
What does it look like?
Well, what I do is I rip off my eye patch and like, ding! And as I throw it out, it kind of takes the form of the void and an inky blackness as it and just kind of snaps into him.
Nice. Oh,
For maximum damage.
Okay, you shoot it. It hits its neck. It separates its head from its body as it falls dead.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ulfric the Slayer.
God, I was about to eat Grimmer too. It was gonna be great.
Don't worry, buddy.
I was like, I get to kill BG every game. It's like it's how I level up as a DM, right?
Kill him again.
I need XP too, right? All right.
First love language is killing BG.
No, just so you know, for spell casting, I have 1 extra spell because of my familiar.
Right.
Gives me
Gotcha.
1. Okay, just so you know.
Yeah, I'm aware. All right, gotcha. All right. And now Valdis, who is just doing nothing. You're just surveying the scene.
Surveying the scene.
Surveying the scene. All right, with that, this guy here is going to be attacking Sigurd. If I can find the D20 here. I hate my button broke. Miss. You're still ducking. Skeet's got to pull double duty. He's got 2 on him. First one. 5. That's going to miss. And then the second one, 17's going to connect. All right, so here we go. Take 4 points of damage, but the problem is he's got to make a saving throw.
This game is... I forgot how brutal this game is at first level.
All right, make a death saving throw.
I get a +2 on death saving throws.
So go to your character sheet and then click on the die sinks to death save. He rolled a 2. +2 is 4. All right, so it's a 1d3, and I'm rolling a 5, so you're out for 30 minutes.
dropping like flies.
And he's giggling.
Like gauntlet. Like gauntlet.
He's giggling.
All right. And with that, new round. All right. New round. Yeah, you would have gotten the next one. All right. So with that,
No, man.
My dice.
huh?
I'm changing the order of my dice.
All right. So now it's a new round. Let's go ahead and make some announcements. We'll start with we're down to it's 3-on-3 now. So now it's Danny. So what's Sigurd gonna
It's
do?
really 3-on-2 since Sunshine's
She's hiding.
I found a hobbit hole.
Amazing! Come on now. You don't know what I'm doing next.
Call
You're
that
just a
girl.
clerk. You're a cleric, and you still kick ass. Come on.
Yeah. All right.
I'm going to try to shoot again.
You're gonna shoot again. All right. And Ulfric,
So
Magic
so
missile. One
Magic
more
missile.
time.
Sunshine has to decide who she's gonna allow to live. There's 2 people like
that's
dying.
it. That's it. All right. Valdis, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna hide or
No pressure.
I'm going to melee.
you run in melee? Got it. All right. So
Yeah.
with that, Chris, you're unconscious. You can still roll the initiative roll for. So roll a d6.
Oh, you let me do that?
Yeah. I'm rolling a 2. All right. Oh, ooh. It's a tie. So it comes down to their decks. Let me see.
My dex is 11.
Well, it doesn't matter because you're unconscious, so it's just we're gonna have a mixed combat here. Let me go look up what's his dex. Let me see. Oh crap, their dex is 15.
Yeah.
All right,
7? I don't know if that matters.
huh?
My
I got
dex is
7.
50.
All right, so Danny, what's Sigurd's dex? 17. Then you get to go first.
Yes.
All right, so take your shots.
I'm going
You
to
get
try
to bleed out first.
Now, there's 1 in front of me and then 2 next to Chris, correct?
Correct.
Have any of them been wounded?
They have not.
The
You
one
hear
in
my spirit say.
front of you has been
Okay,
wounded.
I'm going to hit the one in front of me.
My spirit.
Only get 1 attack. Okay. Here we go.
Choose wisely.
I swear to
Oh,
Jesus.
Yes,
Oh, no.
you miss.
No. He's so happy. No.
All right, and with that, we go to the next in dexterity, which will be, I think, Ulfric.
He is. I am going to shoot magic missile at this one.
This
I'm
one,
gonna step in. Yeah, I'm gonna step in front of who's it? Sigurd? No.
Grimmer, who's on the
Grimmer.
ground. Yeah.
Yeah, just to like stand over him protectively
Okay.
and let it fly.
All right.
And the same thing. Since I have the eye patch off, I'm just going to like say some magic words in old Norse. Let it fly.
Abracadabra, take my magic missile. Go for it.
There
Roll
you
your
go.
d4. That's
Almost
enough to
there.
kill it.
Really?
Nice.
Yes.
All right, so we got 2 down. Now it's up to the dexterity. Valdis, what's your dexterity?
10.
10. Perfect.
Perfect.
This guy is going to fly over to Sigurd. This guy doesn't know that Valdis is there. Let me see something. 50-50, he tries to just eat Chris. Let's just see.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to take a bite out of Chris. So he's going to reach down and just take another 2 points out of you. As he starts
I was already how many off? I already had 5.
So you're down to 4 now. You're down to 4. As it basically just lands and starts gnawing on you. Kind of like Eddie in Stranger Things. You're just going to lay there and get eaten by the bat thing. All right. And with that, it's this guy. So he's flying over. He's going to try to stab Sigurd with his tail. What's your AC?
4.
Ooh, you block it. You get out of the because your dex is so stinking high. You dodge out of the way. Right. You got ridiculously high dex. All right, Valdis, it's now your turn.
I'm gonna move up
Okay.
and
Because you would have
attack
needed
this one.
15, right?
It depends on what his attack is. Yeah, I would have needed a 16 to hit him because of AC is 4.
I'm gonna attack the one that took a bite out of.
All right. So he's on the ground. He's not paying you any attention. I'll give you a rear attack on it too. You hit an AC of 8 with the rear attack plus 2. That's 6, and it's flank. That's 5. That'll hit for 1 whole damage.
Whole point.
You basically just ran up and taunted it, but it works. Okay.
Basically.
All right. With that, we're at the new round. We're gonna have new announcements. Jeff, you're gonna roll initiative this time. We'll start with Sigurd. You're still shooting your bow. Ranged. Okay, you get 2 shots this round. Grimmer and Skeet are going to sit there and think about what they did. And then Ulfric, I think you're out of spells at this point, right?
Yeah, well, I have 1 spell. I have Dancing Lights, which is not going to do much.
Okay.
So I'm going to take out the sling again.
We're slinging it. Okay.
Let me just check if I have the range. I think I do. Yeah, sling one at him.
Okay. All right, and then Sunshine, you're melee?
Yep.
All right, so Jeff, let's go ahead and give it an initiative roll. I'm going on a 3.
What up?
Ooh, 5. There you go. All right. So with that, let's go melee. Melee first is going to be Valdis, so make your spear attack.
Okay.
Nice. That'll be enough.
Yay!
You get it.
It's not nibbling no more? It's dead?
No, it's dead. She stabbed it dead. All right, and with that, we roll over to Sigurd.
All right, shot.
Okay.
Big money.
That's going to hit for 1. And that'll hit. And so you pling him. He's dead.
Wow. Way to go.
2 in the chest.
Nice.
All right.
Chest, and that 1 got fed.
And with that, they're all dead. The problem is you've got 2 very unconscious people.
How big is this guy in front of me?
Grimmer's pretty big. I think they both are pretty. I don't think what's y'all's weight?
6'6", 240 pounds.
Oh, he's not a hobbit.
He's not.
I have a strength
of 13. I can probably drag the big one.
Okay.
To the tower.
I'll take the smaller one and start dragging him to the tower.
And I get Sigurd. Are you going to help with the dragging, or?
Definitely.
Okay, so with that, you drag them to the tower itself. As you drag everyone to the tower, we get to the. I'm going to change it up a little bit. All right. So now that we're in the tower, you drag the others to the tower. You wait a few minutes to see what passes. Again, whatever that giant thing is seems to be making another pass. In the distance, you see more of these things flying in the moonlight all about. There seems to be a lot of these little things. I
dropped the light.
You drop the light. Okay. As you get the bodies in there, we're going to sit them out for just a minute. You do manage to climb up to the top of the tower. The top of the tower, Ulfric, you look about. It's basically like a spiraling staircase. It's broken. You see like missing rock and stone and everything. Nothing really of value in here, except when you get to the very top. What you see, it looks to be like a giant piece of meteor rock at the very top of this tower. It's massive. You also see there are engraved runes on the side of this stone.
When they wake up, get up here. Yell off over the side.
All right, so you look in. It looks to be some type of incantation.
The inscription.
The inscription is some type of incantation.
I believe one of my skills. Where do my skills go?
Read magic.
Yeah, there we go. Read
okay.
Magic.
So as you start, huh?
I don't say it or chant it out loud. I'm just reading it.
It's great. It doesn't matter. As you begin to cast it, you're like, what does this say? You just find yourself mumbling to yourself as you incite this incantation. The meteor rock begins to get hotter and hotter and bigger and like this heat coming off of it, and people down at the bottom, you hear him, and you hear him start saying something about lighting the fires of Barsoom. And as he says that, the light emanating from it, there's like an explosion coming from the top as this eternal flame lights at the top of the tower. The flame pushes back Ulfric as he comes rolling down the stairs, kind of coming to as he just incidentally casts the spell, as now the top of the tower has now been lit. As that happens, light emanates about. You see several of those flying things like scurry away from the light. It seems that the light pushes back these things, as this now is some type of shelter or something, or of safe space, as we now have this giant light. Looking out and about, you see now that this light also kind of shows the area and the general topography of the whole area. But Ulfric, you're rolling down the steps. Yeah, you take 2 points of damage rolling down the steps.
Does Ulfric level up after becoming the next level wizard?
He's not there yet.
I mean, that sounded pretty awesome. I don't think he's ever done anything that cool.
I was just looking at it, and it just kind of mumbled out of my mouth. I don't know what the hell happened. What happened?
With that, a moments pass, a half hour passes. The other two people, the poison rushes through your body as the two of you kind of come to, and you were totally aware of what was happening around you. You just couldn't move. Particularly horrifying for Skeet, as you were just laying there as this thing was eating you, completely aware and feeling everything, but unable to do anything about it.
Valdis, I owe you a life debt. You saved my life, and for that, I owe you. And then I slap her in the face. Out of respect.
That's love right there. That's love.
A southern Viking tradition of respect.
That's just foreplay to Vikings.
So, Valdis, you now have a life. You have a
life debt.
A life debt. I like that.
Yep.
Okay, we'll see how that plays out.
Jar Jar Binks.
In Hyperborea, that could come into play tomorrow. So
before breakfast.
So this is a good place to rest as you're trying to find your bearings. As you look about, Ulfric, you look around, and as you see the general area, you seem to recall hearing and reading of, now that you're seeing more of this topography, you see the stone, it almost seems alien or from a different world. You do see woods more to the east. To the west, you see a valley. You see what possible volcanoes in the distance. But now you can see more of the area because of the lit stone.
I'm going to ask, what is a Barsoom?
Not really sure.
I'm not going to say anything.
But this is the tower. And this is the general area of the map that you now can start to see in the distance because of the massive light that's emanating off. You see the mountains in the distance. You see forest to the east.
Did you wake up?
Yeah, so you're away. Yeah, over here now. It's not day. It's still. But you see here, this is the stones you were at before. There seems to be more stones over this way. To the north, there's a larger one of these, but you do see a smaller, let's say, like some type of gate or archway below you as well.
I think we are on, not on hyper. We're not on we're not on our continent or shelf. The Hyperborea itself. We are shifted. Everything is slightly off. I feel like we moved to a different. I don't even know what they call it.
So your character has heard of strange lands off, and looking about, you believe that you do know this land. You've read about it a place that no one would dare go, a place called Shirath.
I will relay that information to them. I don't know much about this Shirath, though. Is this like another plane of? Is this not like another plane of existence?
No, it's an island. It's a distant island across the Hyperborean seas.
You say you saw Wu-Tan before we disappeared, supposedly.
Yes.
And what did he say to you?
At a long table, he didn't say anything, but we were all clamoring for seats. Were the seats full already?
There were several seats that were full. There were also open seats.
Okay. Did who were sitting at the seats?
You don't recall. Your focus was more on the one main person in the front.
Okay. And I was the only one who had that vision?
Everyone had the vision. You were the only one that looked up to see in the distance. Everyone else saw the table and saw the seats that were open.
Okay. Yeah.
I just pop open the my bone horn and just start drinking.
Okay. You're drinking. Valdis, what are you doing? Both your barbarian friend, Grimmer, and your ranger friend, Skeet, are both pretty injured from the fighting. And you're looking over their wounds and kind of praying to Emir as you're looking over them. But definitely rest is needed, and also food. Food is needed as well. Each of you have some wineskins on you, which Ulfric is already partaking of some of that, as his ale horn. But what you don't see as you look about is there's not a lot of food, so that will definitely, unless you want to try to eat those bat things.
I want to try to eat those bat things.
Okay. All right,
I
so
wouldn't recommend it.
So as everyone else is resting, you go outside and you take your spear and you do grab the corpse of one of those bat things, and you drag it in there, and it looks like a big bat with like a scorpion tail. It is completely black, but the wings of it are very similar to the bat familiar that Ulfric has. It's like a giant leathery bat wing. There is some meat on it. You could, you've got a giant blazing sphere up top. You could probably just stick it on your spear and try to cook it if you like.
I wouldn't
like
recommend.
And rotisserie going on up there. That's well.
Look, listen. Y'all are Southern Vikings. You know you can deep fry anything. All right.
Peanut oil.
I bet it tastes like chicken.
Yeah, y'all are going to develop a taste for it and then go after that poor man's familiar. That's what's going to happen. Y'all are going to...
Oh no.
Drunkle, come here, buddy.
Anybody eats my bat will be eating my fist. Let me see that thing.
Oh man.
I'm drinking from my wineskin as well, trying to help with the pain. And I think it's a great idea to try to cook something up.
Okay. With that, you're cooking your meal. We're gonna have a rest time now as everyone rests. What is the healing for a night rest is not much. I think you get to heal one of your hit die, right?
Correct.
It was like one hit point or something.
No, you get to roll your hit die, I think, and heal that. I think.
I don't know. It's Hyperborea. You probably get negatives.
You're thinking about healing, you die.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, listen.
CG, you want to heal? Oh, do you?
So here's it. Let's do this. We're gonna have a night rest anyway. With that, I think we had a good pause intro to this. So let's go ahead and pause this for our first game. So you have traveled somehow to this Shirath. Or Shirath on the other side of Hyperborea. You fought some strange monsters that Valdis is now eating. And we have a couple of wounded Vikings that are resting in some strange tower. Lots to discuss, lots to think about as we get ready to dive in for next week. So I think it's a good stopping point, and we'll kind of go from there. So for those of you guys who have been watching, we thank you so much for following our story as we're shaking off a little bit of rust as we've been off for the last 4 months. But we got there as we're getting into playing more of our 3rd edition Hyperborea. So with that, thank you until we play again, hopefully next week. All right.